Hey and welcome, I'm Solo, and this is ZN Gaming. In this video I'll be going over how to find the best times to play your favorite games. Before I waste any more time, let's jump into it. Now keep in mind, this is not an end all be all, and knowing the best times for a game to go live does not mean you get any more viewers. A lot of that is going to depend on you and your stream being engaging. You still need to be good at the basics before this is really going to be helpful. But let's say you have it figured out and you're stuck at a spot where things are not moving like they used to. This is one way where you can pin down and get things a little bit more honed so that you might be able to get a chance at a couple more viewers or just hitting a better time for the game that you play. Just giving you a more chance at getting a less congested time zone for the game that you're going to play. This is one thing that can end up helping you, and just things like playing the game at the best time to be playing the game for the viewers is going to be something that in the end that could help quite a bit. And to do this, it's actually fairly simple, and you can track all your games. All we're going to do is jump over to Twitch. Once you're on Twitch, you can just go over to the right, you can click your avatar and go to your creator dash. On the left hand side, you can go down to the analytics and then click on the research. Now in the research, there's going to be a search by category, and there's going to be recently streamed. So if you've already been streaming a little bit, it's going to show your most recent games and the things and times that things happened for you in this here category and timeline. But you can click on one of the recently streamed ones and scroll down. For me, I'm just going to go with the Palworld because it's the first one that shows up. Just give it a click and scroll down. And down here, you will see all of the info you will need to get on and play at the right times or the best times, either be it for viewers or less channels on. And you can see here for Palworld, in this here spot in between 5 a.m. and 3 p.m., there's this here big spike where it goes all the way up to an average of 10. Now this isn't going to be because there's a whole bunch of more people on, but actually because there's a lot less streams. As you can see, the average channels is going to go from 60 down to 30 or 24. So here there's going to be just more people to go around. So if there's only 24 channels on and there's 233 people, there's just going to be a lot more chance of you picking up the viewers that are just in rotation or changing around or looking for other streams, because there's only 24. You're going to get seen out of 24 channels. You're going to be in the top first scroll. Doesn't matter if you only have one viewer, because there's only 24 people at that time. That's just going to be the easiest time for the viewers that are roaming to find you over other channels or just find you in general. I just think this is one good metric that you can go through and check for every single game, and it's going to show you for the week. And if you go through the week and check, you'll be able to see that in between this here time and this here time is going to be the best times to play this here game, Palworld. So for Palworld, in between 5 a.m. in the morning and 3 p.m. in the evening, it looks like it's going to be a very good time for me because there's only going to be 24 to 30 channels. That's not very many channels to compete with. So I don't even have to do very much as long as I have an appealing title. I'm going to have a chance to get the roaming viewers to click on my channel. And you can go through and check that this here looks like it's going to be fairly consistent. It's not as noticeable of a bump, but there is times where there's a lot less, where maybe you would want to avoid between or after 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. in the morning isn't going to be very good for this here game. It looks like that's a consistent time after 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. is just never going to be a very good time. So I see that as a consistency across all of them, and in between 5 and 3 being the best high point in most of them. So for this game, I picked it because this one here stood out more than other games, and I thought it was a drastic way to be able to show you what I mean. Look how crazy this here is. There's 29 channels, but 300 people to go around. That's a lot of people per channel, and if there's only 30 channels, the chance of you getting seen is just going to be up there for the roaming viewers that are just around checking other channels out to just spot you and pick you up. I think this is going to be something that not necessarily gives you the perfect time to stream, but this here lets you know when maybe not to stream. So I've been looking at this here information maybe not quite the right way since the start, and maybe it's a way to see that after 3 p.m. to maybe 11 p.m. is going to be very bad for this here game, and that seems to be the worst time. So I'm going to be competing with 80 people, 87 people, but there's only 300 people to go around, so the average viewer is only going to be 3.5. So just the chance of picking up the odd person roaming around, you're not even going to be on the first page. Like, someone's going to have to swipe 3 times to get to you if you're only one viewer. So that's just something to keep in mind. So I know not to stream this here game in between 3 and 1 that's a good time for me to avoid on. And it looks like Sundays and Mondays, I'll have a really good time in between 5 a.m. and 3 p.m. playing this here game. That seems to be when most people might have time off and want to play this here game. So those are 2 days that I could pick maybe out of all this here week if I was going to pick, oh, what do I want to play on weekends? Palworld is a good game to play on weekends. It is one that stands out above all the other ones that if I was going to play on weekends between 5 a.m. in the morning, so if I got up at 6 a.m. and decided to play till a little after dinner, 3 p.m., and then got off and played something like Apex, I would hit the prime time of this here game and just have the best chance of having gains for this here game if I'm playing it anyways. And that's just the best time that I can play for this here game. And if I find a couple of more games to fill my already schedule that I already stream, like if I'm streaming between those times anyways, it's just good to know what games might be the best at that time, because you'll get better results if you happen to know that. And adjusting your game around, it's not that you have to just stop playing at 3 p.m. Don't play at 3 p.m. because it's a bad time. No, that's not what I'm saying. I mean, like, if you play 3 games all day anyways, you could shift them around so that you'll get better results for each game. And just knowing that that information is there for you to go find it, you can go search and find this here information for yourself for each game that you play. And this here might just be something that helps you out a little bit to get you past that point where maybe you've been stale a little bit and haven't found anything else that you can do to help your channel grow. This is one thing that you might be able to snag a couple extra viewers that are roaming around because you found the right times to be on streaming. The way that I try to look at it is that it's this here game and the viewers and the channels, it's a pie graph. It's a big piece of pie, and there's only so much pie to go around. And in between 5 and 3 p.m. is when there's more pie available to you as a streamer, because there's so many less pieces of pie required to go around. So if you look at it like that, when you're trying to share pie with 100 different channels compared to when you're trying to share pie with 38 or 34 channels, the portion that you're gonna get is just, the chance of you getting a bigger portion is just going to be a lot more. Whether you do or not, still going to be up to you, because if somebody stops by and you have low energy and you're not really good at streaming, that's still going to be a big impact. If you're stuck at 3 viewers, you're going to have to look at that as well as being something like maybe you're just not charismatic when they show up. Maybe it's quiet when they show up. There's a lot of different reasons why they might not stick around, but that is going to just be one hurdle that's separate than this one here. This one here is just going to line you up with the right info to be able to get you at least in front of the audience that's going to most likely stop in and take a view of your channel. And if you're fighting with less channels, you have a better chance. You can look here again for each game, and it's just going to take a short look. You can look through for each game, go down, and right in between this time and this time, this one here is good for just chatting. Okay, maybe that's what I'm going to do in between 3 and 8 p.m. if I happen to be streaming after 3 p.m. Or maybe I'll do the Call of Dragons because it's really, really good in between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. So if I stream both Palworld and Call of Dragons every single day, and I alternate their times in between 5 a.m. and 3 p.m., I play my Palworld. And then from 3 p.m. to, let's say, almost 1 in the morning, I play Call of Dragons. I fill where there's only an average of 1-2 channels for Call of Dragons that's even streaming. So I have a chance of 46 roaming viewers accidentally finding me because there's 46 to 50 on. So my average might actually go up on those days. So if you check for every game, maybe you'll find the sweet spot for that one game that you play. And you just might find out that on a Monday at an odd time that you're going to be able to play anyways, that you might just have a better chance playing one of the games that you happen to be playing anyways. And this information I thought was really cool. And these ones here, these 3 games that I do play, stand out at a certain time. That's why I picked the games, is so that I have between 5 a.m. and 1 a.m. in the morning absolutely completely covered with games that I can play live, that cover the time zones, that give me the best benefit and the most chance of having those extra viewers. And there's quite a bit of gains to be had with just actually changing up some of the things and some of the times that you play some of the games, I think, in my opinion. Some of them could be only just maybe an hour or 2 in the difference, could just gain you that 1 or 2 more viewers. But this is just something I thought would be helpful, and I wanted to go and point this here information out, how to use it. But it is up to you how you use it. It's up to you how to use it. I use it to get on at the right times, to take advantage of things, and making sure that I'm getting on the best times for the best gains. But that's it for this one here. I just wanted to make sure that I covered that. If you think I forgot or left something out, definitely leave it in the comments below. And if you like or found the video helpful, hit the thumbs up and get subscribed for more content. Thanks for watching. Bye!